Welcome to How We See It with Angel.
And Olivia.
So, if you don't live under a rock, you might have watched the Super Bowl the other day.
Definitely.
Just possibly.
It's
or heard
possible.
about it.
I watched for Beyonce, but it's fine.
Thank you. I think most people did.
I think so.
But speaking of the Queen Bee herself, Angel sent from above.
True.
She performed a brand new song called Formation that she literally dropped, boom, out of nowhere the day before the Super Bowl.
Yeah, like a savage. I love her.
How amazing.
Amazing. She just, no one had, I don't think anyone had any idea she was doing this.
Nope.
Just out of the clear blue sky, just decided, like, well, yeah, let's just drop it.
If you are like me and you follow her on Instagram, she posted like a couple of pictures the day before of her braids. But that was the only like hint towards something new is coming, and you're just not prepared for it.
Definitely.
But how do you feel about? Okay, I guess we can talk about the song, the music video separately. How do you feel about the video?
The video I thought was like awesome. Like, there's a lot of people when they're talking about the song, they're like, that song's annoying. I'm like, okay, but you don't get it. Like, the video was important, and like she knew that, and she did so many cool things. I've I've like read a bunch of like breakdowns of like what this meant and what this meant and what the intention of this was.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Okay, well, for those of you who didn't like watch the video, it had a lot of like African American culture and like cannot speak words, police brutality kind of messages going out throughout it. But one of the things that I definitely did not know what was going on was like the scene where she's like all in black and the men are standing behind her in front of the house. What was that supposed to represent? Do you know?
That was okay, so I actually read an article about like her hairstylist.
Okay.
And like how every hairstyle was intentional.
Mm-hmm.
And that one was like just kind of like another shout out to like the braids look, because the reason she's wearing braids in like that car scene is that she's kind of paying tribute to like what she was wearing braids when she first started her career.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Aww.
So she was just doing that a lot, but like the contrast of like her blonde hair like with like all the black clothes was kind of the point of that.
Okay.
But that one wasn't really like described too much. Like the first like I think it's clear like the first scene is just all like the women in formation,
Mm-hmm.
which is the title of the song, and then like obviously like her on top of the police car,
Mm-hmm.
was kind of like a where were you when like your people needed you kind of thing during what am I saying, the natural disaster. That was kind of, and like not natural disaster. What am I saying? That might have been what I was talking about a little bit, but just like the lack of help to African American people that the police and like the community kind of provide.
Okay.
That's kind of what she meant by like when she was like laying on the police car and it was sinking. And then I don't know what her hair looks like in that scene. Oh, actually she has like a little bit of an afro. It's kind of like a texturized one.
Yeah.
But like the thing that Beyonce kept saying to her hairstylist is like, I want like texture, I want like traditional, and I want this.
She
to be,
wants
like,
her baby hairs with
does.
the afro. Yeah, you know, you got to get into the lyrics.
Honestly.
Okay, so I definitely know. I watched the video. I didn't hear about the song until like midday. I think it came out on the 6th.
Yeah.
So like I was like searching for it on the internet. If you check on Rolling Stone, actually they have the full video up. I don't think it's up on YouTube yet, but I really liked the message behind the video. And if any of you don't know, I'm the Beyonce fan. Like I think both of us combined can make like the super fan of Beyonce.
Definitely.
But aside from the video and the message and everything that she represents and the purpose of that song, I personally, like, lyric-wise, I'm not following too much. Like, I get the whole, like, dad's from Alabama, mama from Louisiana part, but, like, the rest of it, she literally repeats slay 30 times.
Yep. Yeah, I was like, okay, like, you know, if you watch it without the video, I don't think it's something I would, like, play over and over again in my room and like dance to. I think like some of the lyrics were intentional and like good. Like it was actually really funny. A lot of people were what was her? Okay, she had a line that was like hot sauce in my bag swag.
Oh yeah, so
everyone was like hashtagging that because they thought it was so funny, and she was kind of trying to like in some of the lyrics she was trying to just like almost accept stereotypes.
Okay.
Or like acknowledge them. So she was saying like, yes, I do this, and just kind of like being happy about it instead of like making it a negative thing.
Okay.
But a lot of like some of the lyrics when it's just like I came to slay and like yeah, true. Like
yeah, and we slay and
Yeah.
you slay and
Yep.
everybody slays. And all right. Yeah, no, I just felt like when I was listening to it, I couldn't understand. If I was one of the people who probably heard the song before I saw the video, it definitely probably would have been a song it was
No.
one of like, Beyonce, really? Come on, girl.
Yeah, I'd be like, all right.
I didn't feel like anything really went to, like, I didn't think it smoothly kind of represented anything if you
No.
just hear the song. It
Yeah.
just sounds kind of like a lot of gibberish. And I feel like without the song, it can be taken as a little trash. Like, not that anything Beyonce does is a little trash.
Definitely
'cause,
not. She could
you
do
know.
literally anything and be fine, but
But I definitely do see where people are coming from, where like they're kind of confused about the whole thing. But how do you feel about that last scene? So towards the end of the video, there's like a very kind of controversial scene that everyone's kind of been talking about, with a young boy dancing in all black in front of a line, and I believe that's what you would call a formation
yeah.
of police officers with their hands up. And I think it does say a lot about the purpose of the video, especially coming out on Black History Month.
Definitely. That was definitely intentional.
Yeah, definitely, like straight in your face if you weren't aware of it. And then the scene of the wall tagged "Stop Shooting Us."
Yeah. I think that Beyonce has such an amazing platform, and she really uses it for good, which is something that not all celebrities do, and I think that's why she's like so great in my eyes. I think, well, besides everything else, but I think that like the whole music video was meant to say something, and everyone I think got that, except for some people. But I think that was a really powerful image because, to be honest, the only other times I've seen images like that exact image on TV is in the news, or it's a crime show and they're recreating it to also like Scandal did something like that, and it's always like there to do like to have a purpose and like to make a statement. But the fact that Beyonce did it, and she knows everyone's gonna watch her video, she knows everyone's gonna listen to the song and be like, oh, what is this? And then the controversy that follows it, everyone's gonna be watching it.
Yeah.
Just like the whole "Stop Killing Us" on the wall was really like wow, like, you know, I think everyone felt
She did it to make a statement.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And she did it, you know, and that's something that needs to be said, needs to be acknowledged. The entire issue in itself has been acknowledged, but not really to its fullest potential. And I think that if anyone's going to say something, it's going to be Beyonce and get heard. So she really nailed it.
Tell them, because girls rule the world.
True.
My last kind of comment and thought on it would definitely be going back to the Super Bowl. Her dancers being dressed as Black Panthers.
Yeah.
I thought that was very interesting. And another one of those, like, in your face, if you don't know what I'm talking about, now you do.
Yeah.
And I feel like that might have been her way of, for those of us who didn't understand the purpose of the song, to kind of get it at that point.
Definitely.
But that was kind of like interesting and cool twist to the video, and then seeing it live.
Yeah, I think because some people I think that the Super Bowl people who watch the Super Bowl and people who follow Beyonce maybe not entirely the same group of people. So I think that was like a really great way for her to get that song out, but also like because she didn't have the music video with her, so she had to create her own visuals, like in her performance, kind of. Also, I don't think a lot of people know that, but know this, but her performance with Bruno Mars and Coldplay, like it was all a tribute to Michael Jackson's performance.
Oh, wow.
So like she's wearing like the Michael Jackson like vest kind of, but in a different like a different look.
Now that it's
yeah.
actually interesting because when I was watching the Super Bowl, I was mentioning that like Bruno Mars reminded me of Michael Jackson, and I was just like the moves and like his whole like ha, like it was just very like Michael Jackson-y.
Yeah, and then they did when Michael Jackson performed, he had a big flag come out that was like the two hand, like the sign of diversity, like the two hands.
Okay.
Coming out, and then they did the spread love image in the back, like so that was kind of like the different way of doing that because he also had like a big thing when he performed. So people were like, oh, Beyonce's like being radical and crazy, and like she's just like
it's a tribute.
It was a tribute, but also she was trying to get her point across, and I think like the formation of women is something I didn't really understand really in the video, but then I kind of like I don't know, the fact that she chose that to like stand out was like interesting to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's how we see it. You can tell us how you see it in the comments below. Thank you.
Thank you.